All I can say is happy Sunday, y'all. Happy Sunday. Now, this is a part two of the conversation that we had yesterday. Now, domestic violence is something serious, but some females like that attention and they just rather stay where they at. You feel what I'm saying? Now, allegedly, the word on TikTok is that he came saying that Chris is a bitch, Chris is this, Chris is that. She don't know why he going live crying. They gonna be right back together. She gonna sleep with him in a couple of days, da 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 da. And say she is telling the truth. You feel what I'm saying? But why is that any of our business? Then it's a lot of people that's on text. Well, I just seen one video of some girl saying that EK and Chris is posting all that domestic violence for clout, for attention. Now, personally, I feel like Ekane is damaged. Ekane had been through some stuff in life. Ekane had some stuff done to her as a child, where now she older, she don't know how to deal with it. You feel what I'm saying? So Ekane is going through some real life stuff, but everybody trying to attack Chris, where everybody need to be holding Ekane accountable for her actions. And what's sad is that the son said something to Chris like, "Why do mommy have a black eye?" You know what I'm saying? So that means that Chris was beating up Ekane in that house in front of them kids, and that's not okay. But it's not okay if you know that somebody is a woman beater for you to provoke that man to put his hands on you. You know what I'm saying? And then you get mad when he comes to the internet to tell his side of the story. Now, Chris saying that he came about to be a single mother of 3 kids. But I feel like they all need to go get Ivana. Like the little Ivana, the little black lady that had everybody sit down and they tell her this side of the story. Like they only counseling. Even them kids, because Moomies is going to do the same thing that she see Ekane do. Moomy is going to allow a man to whoop her ass, do whatever he want, cheat on her, disrespect her, all that, and still stay because of the dick is good. And that's not how you should want to raise your daughters. You should want to raise your daughter based on respect. Respect for herself. Respect for her body. You shouldn't want to raise your kids around domestic violence. You know what I'm saying? Because trauma is real. Trauma is real. And y'all need to understand, like, it should be certain stuff that you should do when y'all by yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like Ekane, she petty. Ekane is very, very petty. Like, she's saying that Chris took her through all of this stuff when she was pregnant, right? But what I don't understand, when you have the opportunity to leave and to do better, you chose not to leave and to do better. So you let Chris take you through all of that stuff while you was pregnant. Now for New Year's, you out there doing what you doing. They're trying to get revenge. You know what I'm saying? It's like they playing tit for tat. But somebody's going to end up really, really hurt. And somebody's going to end up on a t-shirt. And somebody's going to end up in a casket. And who could you blame? And hey, Tiffany. And, Kane or Chris is not thinking about the kids that they have. Now, Kane saying that the two oldest kids is not Chris' kids. Chris has raised them. Cool. Cool. Chris does a damn good job with them kids, whether they're his or not. He plays his stepfather card very well. And I get that to him. But I feel like I can't tell him what to do. But I feel like what Chris and Ekane is going through is real life. You know why I say it's real life? Because I've been through domestic violence. I know how it feels for a nigga to be beating on you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I had a blackout one time. So I don't think that what Ekane and Chris is doing is for fake. I don't think it's for attention. But I feel like Ekane want attention. If Ekane don't go live with the drama with her and Chris, she's not going to get paid. You feel what I'm saying? Ekane cannot just come up here and be her normal self. You know what I'm saying? Be the beautiful black queen that she is. She don't know how to do that. All she know how to do is be violent, destructive, disrespectful. And if she think that having Chris beating on her ass is cute for her kids, it's not. Because one day y'all going to get on TikTok and they're going to say Ekane is deceased. And then y'all going to see Christopher is now ketchup and on his way to jail. Because a lot of stuff could be avoided. A lot of stuff could be avoided. Like domestic violence is not something that anybody should play with. You know what I'm saying? That's something real serious because people really lose their life. But Ekane is for tit for tat. Oh, Chris took me through this when I was pregnant. So now that she's not pregnant, she want to go out there. She just want to be jumping from dick to dick. Where's your respect that for yourself? Where's your respect that for your kids? You're a mother. Why are you trying to get revenge for something that's not even worth it? And then it's like, her and Chris is doing the stuff, but y'all getting mad, know what y'all out there doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it makes no it makes no sense to me. It makes no sense. It's just like it's excuse me, y'all, because I've been sick. I've been having chest pains. But it makes no sense to be with somebody that you claim you love when y'all beating on each other. Like, stuff like that, it's just crazy to me. It's crazy work to me to act like you love someone, but you'd rather beat on them. Like, that makes no sense. We had to learn to start to value ourselves. And I know he came probably not ashamed, and she probably like, well, my kids wasn't here when he did this. He was asleep. Whether your kids were asleep or not, Chris had no right to put his hands on you, and you had no right to do what you do. But y'all also got to understand, Ekane triggers the shit out of Chris. But he claimed that she about to be a single mother of 3 kids and da-da-da. That he was saying how she took all these pills, trying to commit, end it. Like, me personally, I feel like Ekane need to go see a therapist. I feel like she need to go get herself into therapy and trying to get herself healed. You know what I'm saying? What's done is done. You can't change that. But you could try to move on. The kids start school tomorrow. I'm so happy. I'm so happy not to see no kids. But we got to learn to do better, y'all. We got to learn to do better. People should keep their hands to themselves. I don't care what I do, what you do to me, and what I do to you. It shouldn't come to a point where we got to put our hands on each other. If it gets to that point that we got to put our hands on each other, then it's time to go. Now, and I'm saying this because I know because the father of my child is very disrespectful, right? So I feel like as a woman, as a mom, as a grandmother, I don't have to accept that. You feel what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck how angry you is. You're not gonna call me no bitch or disrespect me. Like, who are you? You feel what I'm saying? That just like me calling your mother a bitch and your daughter's a bitch and knowing that your mother is deceased or in the hospital or your mother not in your life. You feel what I'm saying? But we gotta respect ourselves enough where nobody can disrespect us, especially disrespect us in front of our kids. Like, we got to do more better. But that Kane and Chris situation is gonna cause somebody to be on a t-shirt. Somebody's gonna be in jail for the rest of their life, and the kid's gonna be without a father and a mother. All because the father and mother couldn't be adults and go their separate ways, knowing that the relationship was toxic. And at the end, them kids is gonna suffer. Because can't nobody treat your kids like you treat your kids. Can't nobody love your kids like you love your kids. And if you deceased, you can't even worry about what your kids doing, how they doing, is they protected, if they shield. As a father, you in jail losing your mind because it's like, damn, I did all of that when I could have just walked away with my kids. You know what I'm saying? We got to learn how to keep our hands to ourselves. But as females, we got to also stop provoking these niggas. If we don't want to deal with them, move the fuck on. If we want to sleep around, let him know that. If he can't accept that, then move on. Why leave a nigga in the house with your kids, with y'all kids, while you out there sucking dick or fucking around? Like, nah, it just a lot of shit that we should do. It's a lot of stuff that we should do better as. And this generation of kids don't even understand, like, because back in the day, we couldn't do nothing. Back in the day, what? Back in the day, the whole neighborhood used to whoop ass. You got to whoop out your grandmother, your father, your mother, your cousins, your aunts, your uncles, the neighbors outside. And then people getting mad at Chris because he blacking up he can't eye, like. But y'all gotta figure out. See, that's the thing. Y'all always blaming somebody, but never figure out what was the problem, what caused the reaction. Kane did what she did, and Chris reacted. So if anybody should be mad, y'all should be mad at Kane, because if Kane went out drinking and slobbing and sucking and hopping, then Chris wouldn't put his hands on them. It's like 1 minute they on the internet, they find that they this happy couple, they this and this and that, then turn around, it's violent. It's nothing but violence. And that's not okay. That is not okay. No matter what you say, keep your hands to yourself. I need to go get me some soup, y'all. I'm gonna chat with y'all later.